It's still real to me, damn it!
Pause that game. It's time for more Nerd Radio.
I don't want to see it,
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to another week in Nerd Radio on the podcast page at WRIF.com, wherever you get your podcast. It's part of the Bpod Studios Network.
What the Christ was that?
I'm just excited to be here, man.
Are you?
I really am. We had a week off last week, and while I did get some rest, I'm just excited to be back at it, man. Back in the Checkpoint XP Studios.
Oh, that makes one of us.
Dude, I brought you comics today. Be happy.
You did, yeah. Well, I paid for them.
Yeah, but you didn't have to go anywhere for them.
He brought you comics that
comics were just
illegally purchased on your credit
Oh,
card.
that's right.
It's like delivery.
Wasn't just magicked out of thin air.
No, they just appeared.
Yeah.
Just like that charge is going to appear on your bill next month.
Yes. Yep.
My name's Chuck B, and I'm joined, as always, by my good pals, Al Beck. Say hi, Al.
Hi, Al.
So everyone knows which voice you are. And by James.
Hi, this is the non-Albeck voice.
That's the non-Al Beck voice.
Non-Al, yeah.
How are you? How the hell are you guys doing? Like I said, I haven't seen you guys since last week. What you been up to?
Well,
Anything fun?
you think about all the weeks leading up to last week not happening,
Right.
and all the stuff we've done those weeks, same exact thing.
Same exact thing. All right. No, that's
Same
fair.
exact
Yeah.
thing.
Yeah.
I mean, I have what is nothing really to say, but on this show, a major announcement.
Ooh.
I am caught up on my TV, meaning just Discovery and Mandalorian.
Okay.
I was like, we can talk about the boys.
First place my mind
I
went
started.
to.
I started to go there, and I was like, "Wait, I should probably clarify
No, you
that I
better
haven't watched The
clarify.
Boys yet." But
we can talk about the Mandalorian.
but I am up to date on the Mandalorian and,
wow.
and the
Cool.
new season of Discovery. So for the first time in a long time, I'm current with something.
Well, that's cool.
Chuck, which means Chuck hasn't watched a minute of Mandalorian.
No,
He's-
I'm caught up as well. Thank you
Okay.
very much.
But the other things he hasn't caught up on.
yeah.
We always end the note on a down, or we always end the show on a downer with our Death Watch. Let's start the show with a Death Watch.
Sure.
Because we had a major passing this past weekend, and that is Alex Trebek.
Yeah.
We lost Alex Trebek, who I think is probably a very held in very high esteem by nerds across the globe.
You know, I didn't know much about him, and I will be honest, there was a lot of stuff like there seemed to be a pomposity about him a little bit, you know,
Sure.
like that I kind of saw, and
He's so smart.
right. Well, there was a little bit of that, but man, I just happened to I was on Hulu, and there was like a 2020 special remembering Alex Trebek, and I was like, you know what? I don't even know what possessed me to do. I'm like, screw it, let's watch it.
Yeah.
He was a great guy.
Wow.
He was a really good guy. I feel so bad for, like, it's not like I hated him or anything. Like, it's just like I just was like, whatever. It's Alex Trebek. He makes
Yeah.
a lot of money. He's on TV.
Yeah.
You know, but like he was a really good guy, and he had a sense of humor and stuff. And I was like, oh man, like I didn't appreciate him enough when he was alive. That sucks. But
Never got to see him behind those Jeopardy monitors.
Right.
So I'm kind of glad that I was set straight, because he really, he gave a lot to charity. He would regularly go to Africa and help out doing charitable stuff there. He donated an enormous piece of land in LA, like right in the middle of sort of like a Central Park idea, where it's a bunch of land in the middle of the city.
Cool.
To like a preserve, to like, so you've got some nature to go and enjoy, without.
The Alex Trebek Nature Preserve?
Yeah, man. So like there was all sorts
I'm going to
of
go there and smoke a doob.
he was married to the same woman for like 30 years. Like, he was like
pretty
a real
good dude,
good
man.
stand-up guy, man.
Yeah,
he
that's
really
pretty-
was.
that's-
Who is
awesome.
Al Beck's new role model?
Alex Trebek.
Yeah, I mean, I'll never be that good.
I saw.
Just the amount of show prep that he did before Jeopardy, because like we
We had to learn all the enunciations for those words so he could act like
Right.
a pompous,
So he
son
could-
of a bitch when
see-
somebody says it wrong.
Yeah, that's the thing. He was prepared for did good at his job, which I can't relate to. So it was mistaken as pomposity to me. Like, the man knew he was prepared.
How dare he
I
prepare?
know. He went on a microphone with things to say. I don't understand that at all.
It's funny.
So yeah, a major loss, and I'm really glad that I was set straight.
Yeah, and there's already talks of like the last episodes will be in December.
Yeah, around
and
Christmas time.
They're trying to figure out who might be the next Alex Trebek. Won't be any of us.
No, won't be us.
Not.
They haven't called me back for
I
my
have
audition yet.
Another announcement, guys.
Oh, really?
It is
Fascinating.
I am not going to be the replacement.
Yeah, I was gonna say.
I feel like I almost feel like they're going with Ken Jennings, and I only say that because this week we don't watch Jeopardy on a weekly basis. So sometimes it's on, sometimes it's not. But last week we watched it, and Ken Jennings had like a whole category, a whole column on the board.
Okay.
Or he's like, I'm going to talk to you about marine life and stuff, and then he give you a clue, and then you have to answer it. Well, this week it's Mariah Carey, but I felt like last week it was going to be Ken Jennings because I'm like, why are they giving Ken Jennings this whole little category?
Mm-hmm.
I feel like they're trying to slowly work him into getting used to talking.
Yeah.
And being the host of the show.
Right.
And the little thing that he was given, I was like, that's just like what you would probably give somebody who's trying to get into the shoes of the game show host.
It's almost like an audition.
Yes, exactly is what I felt like. So, but I almost felt like they're going to just take a bunch of random celebrities that are fans of Jeopardy, that are fans of Alex Trebek, give them a chance, for a few weeks or maybe the first half of the next season, rotate in a bunch of different well-known celebrities that were fans of the show or would like to possibly be the host.
How great would it be if they actually got Will Ferrell?
Will Ferrell, I was just thinking the same
come
thing.
in and
That would be awesome.
Not do the Alex Trebek impersonation, but just be Will Ferrell.
Yeah.
And everybody would identify it with
Absolutely. I think that'd be
Or
cool.
get Daryl Hammond.
Yeah.
There's another Death Watch. We lost Sean Connery.
That's what I was going to say. We were talking a couple weeks ago when Sean Connery passed away that we hope that him and Alex Trebek at least had a phone call and a laugh over those skits. You hope that they're in the afterlife now having a good time and a good laugh.
Yeah.
Over
you guys seen that meme though?
What's that?
Where it's like when you beat your rival to the pearly gates, and it's Daryl Hammond as Sean Connery. And he's like, "Suck it, Trebek."
Well, that's not the only person in the Death Watch I wanted to start this week's episode with.
More death?
The
Jeez.
co-creator of Scooby-Doo, Ken Spears, passed away at the age of 82 just a couple of days ago. So I'm sure all of us, we've seen some Scooby-Doo. Scooby-Doo
certainly.
played a
Absolutely.
part in our
A
lives.
staple of childhood.
Yeah, childhood morning cartoons.
Yeah.
Before I went to school.
Yeah, exactly. So that's the bad news as far as this week's concerned. Let's get on to the good news, and we'll start with gaming because everything that you're going to want for Christmas comes out this week. The new Xbox, the PlayStation 5, and a couple of pretty great games. Now, we've talked pretty extensively about the Xbox and the PlayStation 5 already on the show. None of us are going to be early adopters as far as that thing's concerned, which is fine because, if you've gotten one and you're watching us on Checkpoint XP's Twitch stream, please let us know in the chat what you think of it so far.
Flex those expensive next-gen muscles.
Yeah. But one of the things that comes out this week that I'm definitely interested in is the new Spider-Man Miles Morales game. And we've talked about that. Of course, that's going to be pretty cool. Have you guys seen any of the extra costumes that are in this game?
I've seen a couple little trailers, little bloops of trailers.
Yeah.
And that's about it.
Because that was one of the fun things about the first game is that you get all those extra costumes, like the one that looks like the old cartoon Spider-Man or the black costume or the Scarlet Spider costume and all that stuff. The first one that I saw, which was about a month ago, somebody had some fan art of. There's a costume where he's kind of wearing the coat and the hoodie, and he's got a backpack, but he's got a little orange striped cat that's in the backpack that has a Spider-Man mask on it.
Oh, really?
And one of the special attacks you can do is the cat will hop out of the backpack and attack people.
Pussy attack! Spider-Man's coming after Electro. He never expects the pussy attack.
But last week they revealed one of the other costumes that they're adding to this is the Enter the Spider-Verse costume that you can put on your character.
Okay.
And the thing that's cool about that is, it's essentially the Miles Morales costume. It's fairly unchanged, but they made sure to lower the frames of animation on it.
Okay.
So it looks like the animation from Enter the Spider-Verse.
From the movie, how it always kind of would glitch kind of a little bit. Oh, very cool.
Which is something I saw in one of the special features when I got the Blu-ray, is that they did that on purpose in that movie because Miles isn't good at being Spider-Man yet. So his frame rate essentially is lower than all the other people's frame rates. And then when you get to the end of the movie, you don't even notice it. It's very subtle. But when he's finally confident enough to be Spider-Man and he's got the full costume, his frame rate accelerates to everyone else's.
Oh.
Huh.
I did not notice that, but I also got super baked before I watched it.
Oh, it had to be fantastic. It had to be a fantastic movie when you're high.
It was fun. Yeah, it was
all those colors and stuff.
Yeah.
It'd be great.
I can't tell you a damn thing about what happened in the movie, but I know I enjoyed it when I watched it.
Yeah, but it's really fascinating. You can find the video online watching them play with the Enter the Spider-Verse costume. And not only does the animation mimic the Enter the Spider-Verse version of Miles, but he has little word balloons like Batman when he punches people, pows and kabams and stuff.
An onomatopoeia.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So that's going to be neat.
There's my word of the day.
I was going to say, that's a word to whip out. I love
onomatopoeia. That's one thing I've learned in elementary school that I've carried with me my entire life.
Yeah, because it has P in the middle of it.
I just thought it was a cool name, and I think it was a character in a book, like a children's book.
Yeah.
I think there was like a Mrs. Onomatopoeia or some crap like that, and I'm like, wow, that woman is named after one of our words in vocabulary. Weird. Oh, onomatopoeia. It's like when pow, bang. I was like, oh, that's
it's just a fun word to say, too.
I'm going to remember
it
that.
stuck with me, yeah.
You could say that. Now, can you say the name that they have for the new COVID vaccine?
No, that's
it's like the Black Betty Bambalam.
Yeah. Bambalambagil. Blambalambagil.
Yeah, shoot that right into my arm.
Yes, please. Give me some more of that Wambalambagil.
Bambalambagil.
I like to take my Wambalam. I like to take my Wambalambagil.
I feel like you should never take a. You should. Yeah, suppository.
Yeah. You have the rectal version.
Wham Jam suppository.
Yeah, give me the Wham Jam suppository. Put it right up there. Oh, I'm COVID free.
Wham Jam it right in there, baby.
Yeah.
Woo! God.
Feel the jam.
I didn't realize that's where that.
Feel the wham.
I didn't realize that was where that was gonna go, but here we are.
You did it though. You did it.
It's my fault.
Hey, you challenged me to pronounce it.
I brought it up.
Oh, Black Betty. Just a wham and jam it up in there.
That's the song for the commercial.
Are they really gonna use that in the commercial?
No,
okay, I was like, wow.
That would be
I'm
amazing.
like, I thought that was just in the movie Blow.
That would be amazing.
Blow, and on my trivia bar night, the DJ would always play that song.
Another game that's coming out this week that I'm super excited about is called Fuser. Have I told you guys about this yet?
Fuser. No,
Yeah,
it sounds like a device you'd buy to put in the kitchen to make smoothies.
All right. Well, I've been sitting on this then for a while. It is made by Harmonix, which are the guys that made Rock Band, the original creators of Guitar Hero.
Okay.
So the music rhythm genre is their forte. And it's out for the Switch, the PlayStation, the Xbox, and the PC. So it's everywhere. You remember around this time last year, I was telling you guys about that board game that they made with the cards where you could
Is
mix
that the
up
one that you
different-
were getting at like the Five Below?
At the Five Below.
That
They had it
teased
at
you
Five
about?
Below. Yeah.
Yes, I felt bad after I teased you about it.
Well, this game is essentially that in video game form. You play a DJ, and you have to perform in front of a crowd that will shoot requests at you, like, hey, we want a song from the 90s, or hey, we want something with a keyboard part in it.
Okay.
And what you do before the game starts is there's 100 songs in there for you to choose from, and you go through what's essentially your vinyl crate and pick out 8 of them to take to the stage to play with that night, and you choose between them to make new mixes of all these different songs.
So do you know in advance, like you got people that are like, oh man, 80s. And you're like, well, I better get the Genesis CD. And
Right. No, you kind of have to pick going in. You have to pick what you want. And
I would
then,
be very bad at this because I'm picking all my favorites, which is
well,
not
that's-
what the crowd wants to hear.
No, that's the idea is you're going to pick songs you want to hear and you want to hear mixed up, but then you also have to keep in mind that different venues are probably going to want different things. One venues might be really into guitar rock stuff, so you better make sure you've got at least a couple of those in there to mix in there. But yeah, I haven't picked it up yet, but I'm super pumped to mix up like Smash Mouth's All-Star with Carly Rae Jepsen's Call Me Maybe.
Wow, that sounds like a classic.
It's a lot of fun in Drop Mix, and I'm sure it's going to be hilariously fun in this. There's supposed to be some online multiplayer and a way you can share your mixes if you get a really good one that you want everyone to see. I'm sure.
It's also a little bit of that DJ Hero. They had DJ Hero. I remember I had a little turntable.
I've still
thing
got
that
my
I was
DJ Hero
horrible at.
turntables.
I think I turned mine into the Salvation Army.
Yeah, I remember because I think I had 4 of them.
Oh, wow.
At one
Holy
point,
cow.
I didn't buy all 4 of them. People would give them to me. Like I bought my first one, and
Merry
then
Christmas, Chuck. Here's a DJ Hero mix board that I'm not using anymore.
people would get sick of DJ Hero, and they'd be like, "You want this?" I'm like, "Yeah, I mean, I might play multiplayer sometime." And then the next thing I knew, I had 4 of them. But like, it's almost like Guitar Hero controllers. Like most of the used video game stores are like, "Oh, we got plenty of these."
No, yeah, exactly. Because that's what I would.
We
That's
don't
the
need
first
any
place
more
I
of
take it to,
these.
and they're like, yeah, DJ Hero was like cool, like 15 years ago, man.
Yeah.
Get out of here, boomer.
I didn't even know it existed.
No.
Oh, you didn't.
Think Guitar Hero. Guitar Hero had the buttons on
Yeah.
it. It's just like Guitar Hero, but the little turntable has the buttons on it.
Yeah.
And you have to, like, in order to hold a note, you have to hold the button and then keep the turntable spinning.
Yep. And then there's also times you have to fade, like you'd have to hit your fader to the other track, so you switch to the other track, and then boom, boom, boom.
It was a lot of fun.
Boom, boom. Yeah.
And the cool
I
thing,
was bad at it though. I looked way cool when I was playing it. I was like,
Yeah.
dude, this is what it's like to be an actual club DJ.
Right.
Throw those hands up. Throw those hands. Oh, no, I'm losing now. I got to put my
Don't
hands
throw your
back
hands
on.
up. You
this.
got to keep hitting buttons.
Yeah, okay. Well, this is a lot of work. And I failed.
I feel like
This is
feel
only
like
the
you're
third song.
Unlike Guitar Hero, though, I think you're working harder with DJ Hero than an actual.
You're thinking a
Oh, you
little bit
probably
harder,
are.
that's for sure.
Yeah.
It's
But the cool thing about Fuser, no peripherals whatsoever. You get a game for your system, and it's all controller
It's
based.
all controllers?
Yep,
Oh,
it's all
okay.
controller based. So I will more than likely be picking that up in the next week, and you'll see me on my Twitch stream playing that.
There you go.
And that'll be a
I'm
cool
going to
thing.
come in and make a request.
Yeah, might as well. Also, something for Al, big thing that was announced this past weekend, your second opportunity to not play the Mass Effect series.
oh, wonderful.
is
You were
coming up
hoping
in
for
the
one of
spring.
those.
Very nice.
Yeah.
I do plan on ignoring it again.
Yep, Mass Effect Legendary Edition Remaster was announced, and it's supposed to be coming out in the spring.
Okay.
And it's going to have all 3 games for the next-gen systems. It's going to have all the downloadable content, everything that was available for
All
those.
that DLC you missed the first time around,
Right.
you can
The only
pay for it and miss it again.
thing it's missing
Can't
is
wait.
the multiplayer for Mass Effect 3, which is kind of a bummer because it was really fun.
What did you do in multiplayer Mass Effect?
It was a little bit like Zombies mode in
So it was based mostly on like a team survival.
It was, you would
not-
get a team of 4 people, and you would each choose a specific character class that
Okay.
you could have been playing in the main game, and then you just fought waves and waves of aliens
Oh, okay.
until the ship came to pick you up. And
Interesting.
It was a blast, but unfortunately that will not be a part of it. Hopefully they fixed the truck in the first one because it was a nightmare.
The truck was a
Oh,
nightmare.
yeah.
Somebody in the Twitch stream is saying that they did something to someone one of the characters' breasts.
They made her boobs.
Oh
smaller.
no! Oh no!
I think we'll be fine as far as that's concerned.
I can't believe that they would mess with something like that.
Yeah.
Speaking of Mass Effect, though, did you ever make it through that new one where you're supposed to play like a terrible game or something?
Avengers came out and I haven't played it, but I got to tell you, I'm really thinking about going back because
Okay.
I've
Wasn't that supposed to be a summer thing that you were doing or whatever?
I put a vote up in like August.
Yeah.
And then everybody, it was either that or Final Fantasy 13. Everybody voted that. So I'm like, all right, cool, because it's supposed to be the worst of the series. And really, I can see why it was disappointing, but so is Avengers. So I'm ready. I'm ready to go back to Mass Effect Andromeda at this point. I've leveled 3 of the 6 characters in Avengers to maximum level.
Wow.
And I want to leave a couple for if I ever get to play with you, I don't want to bring
Yeah.
a level 50 when you've got
Well,
a level
I
20.
got to get past the 5% mark.
Right.
I've been asking my community on Twitch, like, should I play the Avengers? They're like, no, play more Realm Royale. I'm like, okay, well,
Yeah. Well.
hey,
you
give
know
the people
you-
what they want.
Yeah. You enjoy Realm Royale. Might as
Yeah.
well.
I know I won't have any headaches.
Yeah.
I'll be
exactly.
screaming at the Hulk. Jump when I hit the button, Hulk!
Hulk is one of the guys I maximum leveled because I don't want to play him.
Really?
Yeah,
Oh, dude, I just
I-
want to go in there
like,
and smash stuff.
It is fun to grab people and then Loki them all over the place by the leg, but it's not.
I do think it would be fun to watch James play as the Hulk because I think James is the only person I know who could out-Hulk the Hulk.
He's
I
got
would-
some rage.
I do have some rage. I would love to play as the Hulk, dressed as the Hulk.
Dressed as the Hulk.
cosplay. That's what I should do.
Right.
Well, you can borrow the Hulk jerker over there on the
Yeah.
desk.
Oh, yeah. Give me that jerking glove.
Well, if they ever friggin' release Hawkeye, then I can cosplay Hawkeye and play him at the same time.
Oh, there we go.
So-
We can cosplay the Avengers as the Avengers.
Maybe coming next year.
Maybe.
We got some more gaming news to talk about. EA Games is going to be paying a pretty penny for all the loot boxes that they released on us. And a Twitch streamer has decided to put a donation cap on their contributions. So we'll talk about that next on Nerd Radio.